All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from a not so sunny, but very, very hot Western Australia. We're here in Scarborough. Bit of a surprise trip, nothing that was really super expected. My beautiful wife, she didn't get a lot of time off over the Christmas break, and we had a bit of a long weekend in Melbourne, so I decided that, you know what, I think she deserves a bit of time off, one of her favourite places in Australia. So we are here, but we've still got a run to do in August. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be running across the entire coast of Croatia, planning to do it in 10 days. And some really, really cool news. Just had the world record title confirmed with Guinness World Records, which was a bit of a G up, a bit of a saying it out loud. It's pretty crazy, but it's an absolutely epic, milestone in this journey leading up to August. The work doesn't stop. So we've got 30 Ks, steady state on the trot, just over 30. Nothing too outrageous based on where we've got to go, but at the moment it's another big milestone. It's going to be my first 100K week of this block. But he's been feeling pretty good by all accounts. A few niggles, a few bits and pieces like that, but nothing that's making me super scared just yet. Achilles, perineals on the left side, they've been good to me. I've been pretty good to them. I've been doing a lot of strength work and really prioritizing that because, as you guys know, it's been a bit of a balancing act between me being able to actually get these things working at full tilt just with my body and my anatomy and all the things that we've learnt over the last few months. Yeah, without further ado, I reckon we get into it. One of those things where it's like, it's that feeling of like, you know, when you got something that pulls you in a direction, it's like that purpose. It's pretty crazy. I've never had this feeling with anything before. I used to think I had it in my work, but I think I was mixing up the signals of the satisfaction of getting paid a pretty good wicket at a younger age and finding something that I truly, truly love. This is like an expression for me, like hitting the pavement and going out. I feel like I'm able to express myself. And this sound, it's like healing. It's therapy for me every time I go out. So yeah, it's going to be good, man. I'm really excited.
Not a lot of cars on the road in WA, but definitely more people at this time, which is nice. Also helps that it's, you know, lights out at this time, but it's good. Definitely more of a fitness-based lifestyle when the climate's nicer. Everyone just looks better too, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, mum and dad both Croatian lineage, like effectively Croatian as far back as I've wanted to track it. Mum was born in Melbourne, dad was born overseas and migrated over here when he was 5 years old. Grandparents on my mum's side were super, super close with them. My dad's mum lived with me my entire life when I was living at home. Yeah, always been really close and connected to my family. They're super important to me, and I feel like it's part of like the edge with this thing because that's what's helping drive the purpose. For those of you who don't know, the main reason why I'm doing this run, I'm raising awareness for a disease called CJD. It's a pretty uncommon disease by all accounts. It's motor neuron disease. It attacks the proteins in your brain, and over time these proteins just slowly start to fold in half. And if you were to dissect the brain of someone who's passed away from this disease, it basically looks like Swiss cheese, which is pretty cooked, and presents very similar to dementia in the beginning. Loss of memory, loss of motor function, and over time you just, over the space of a year really, you turn into a vegetable before you pass. And to see my grandfather, who was a very fit, strong, healthy man, he was like the embodiment of discipline for me and taught me a lot of really, really strong values. He was around for me a lot in my formative years while my parents were going out there and making a living, to then further support me and my sisters and give us all a really, really good life here. So he was always a really important person to me. And when he passed, like, sent ripples through me and my family, but really, really impacted me. Started running, started reconnecting with fitness a bit because I'd sort of gone off on a bit of a loose path. It's pretty bad, but I remember there was this one day where I'd been doing 5Ks for like 3 weeks. I was like, you know, I'm gonna bump it into 7. 7 really quickly turned into 11, and I don't know how. I could feel the presence of my grandfather with me, just like feel him sort of just around me, carrying me through that experience. I've had that a few more times, most notably and most recently was about 90 kilometers into Ultra Trail Australia last year, the 100K race, where I thought like I was down and out, just mentally destroyed, out of nowhere. Like I was hypnotized into this trance for like an hour where I was climbing up this fucking big hill. I got to the top and I was like fully confused, didn't know where I was. Once I had time to process and sort of let my nervous system calm down after the race, I was like, nah man, that was something more than the flow state. You need someone who like took you through that. So I'm a big believer in that spiritual presence. And that's why I'm doing all this, man. Find the flow, connect with him, raise awareness for this disease that not a lot of people know about, and in the process, support families who are currently being impacted by this disease. CJD SGN is the charity. Any dollar that gets donated to the page goes directly to the charity, and it helps support families who have either got a direct diagnosis or are somehow impacted by the disease, and just emotionally support themselves. Because seeing my grandfather, who was like this much taller than me, was like 185, built, strong man. Like you look at him and you go, that's a strong man. Watch him wither away to like 55 kilos and have no motor skills, pretty fucked up. So yeah, if I'd had that support, who knows, might have been on a bit of a different path, but it's about paying it forward now. Like there's times where like you kind of feel happy for them because they don't actually fully get what's going on, and they're just laughing and smiling about it all, and yeah, like the humor and the childishness from back then. It's something like, I don't fully understand the science, but it really comes like to the front. You know what, like I'm certainly not complaining with that view, man. It's been worse. Yeah, you're definitely very, very far away from Melbourne.
Stopped at a little kiosk. We're in Cottesloe now?
Cottesloe.
Yeah, Cottesloe. Half time for some, a little past half time, but it always goes so hard. Double espresso. Like gels are good, but this is so much better. Bellissimo.
How are the legs? Honestly, man, these hills have been pretty deceptive. Calves are feeling pretty tight, but what are we wearing? Almost 30 Ks. Another 1 or 2 to go. Wrap it up at Scarborough. Body's actually feeling like pretty good. I always go through these phases where like you have highs and lows and everything, right? So when I was running out there by myself, I was pretty in the pits. And bro, the spiders here are fucking huge. They're scary as. Feeling pretty shit, but you get near the end and you're like, all right, I can actually fucking do this. You start to visualize where you're going, what you're doing. Makes it all worth it. Someone who I look up to a lot, he says something pretty profound for me. It's discipline dissolves doubt, but I'll take it one step further. I don't know if this comes before or after discipline, but delusion dissolves doubt as well. You gotta be pretty fucking dumb to think you can run across the country, right? But if you show up every day, you do the work, you can do whatever you fucking set your mind to. Anything's possible, alright? Anything. Even this run. Could have pulled out at 20, could have pulled out at 15, could have pulled out at 27, but my legs were feeling fucked. I said no, and keep going. That's part of the plan. So yeah, delusion dissolves doubt, I reckon. Today's definitely a double croissant day. Absolutely a double croissant day. Man, that was good. Beautiful here, man. It's really, really nice. I can see why people are so appeased by the lifestyle in Western Australia. Just like look at all that. It's absolutely. I used to run as a means of convenience because working out in the gym was taking too long. I got to the point where I was like, oh, I want to get back into running because I can put on my shoes, go out the front door, and it's 30 minutes, and now I'm going out for like 3 hours. Yeah, pumping out sessions. Yeah. Super convenient. Yeah, like running across the country. Super convenient. No worry. Like I was saying before, connected with something that's like a driving purpose, and it's a pretty special thing. I feel very grateful to be able to have found my thing. Because not many people get the opportunity to. There's people who struggle to, put a meal on the table, or they're sick, and you've got a million problems until you've got a health problem, then you've got one problem, right? So, healthy body, healthy mind, and the ability to be able to have choice in life are very special things, and you just gotta ground yourself with that shit sometimes, or else your head gets in the fucking clouds way too much. So that's 30 in the bank for this week.
very, very happy with how that went, all things considered. I mean, it's bloody hot here. Compared to Melbourne at least, it's very, very hot and surprisingly a little bit humid. I thought I was going to be coming to a bit of drier weather in WA, but that's all good. No, we got the work done, and that's the main thing that's part of the job at the moment. So very, very happy with how we were moving. Heart rate was a bit up and down, but a pretty hilly experience as well. So look, it was a good challenge. It was fun. A few moments there where a bit of self-doubt definitely did creep in, but that's also part of it, and being able to beat that's part of the training. It's not just the legs working, it's also the mind and everything being in sync. So yeah, we're very, very happy. It is now 9:37. If that's not a way to win your morning, I don't know what is. But Pilates with the Dales coming up right now, so I'm gonna have a quick shower, get ready, and then I'll tune back in with you guys later.